Kardashian clan has no trouble staying in the spotlight. But tonight, one of the youngest members of the famous family strikes out on her own. Kendall Jenner making a splash in the fashion world and going to great lengths to do it on her own terms, although she's not above crashing at Kim and Kanye's every now and then. Here's my Nightline co-anchor, Juju Chang.
She's the it girl fashion model of the season. The 19-year-old member of the Kardashian-Jenner clan, Kendall Jenner, has been strutting on the catwalks this season, trying to make a name for herself.
I'm not trying to use a family name or anything. In reality, I worked pretty hard for this. It wasn't like I just got it magically and it's just happened.
Though you would think it helps her to be the baby sister of Kim Kardashian, one of the most photographed women in the world. Most recently trying to break the internet on the cover of Paper magazine, Kendall Jenner is trying to play it low-key.
You early on banned Kim and your sisters from coming to the shows.
Mm-hmm. Banned is a strong word. It was more of a mutual understanding. I remember getting a phone call from Kim, and she told me she got invited to the Mark show. She's like, I don't think I should go, but what do you think? And I said, I completely agree. She obviously is who she is, and it would have almost taken the attention away from me.
She wants to focus that attention on her modeling and is happy for the rare moment when she can just blend in.
The makeup artist is doing my touch-ups, and she goes, did you hear Kendall Jenner is here? I go, what? Oh my God, that's so cool. Like, I just played it off. And then she looked back at me with a look, and she's like, wait, are you?
Blessed by fashion guru Anna Wintour, Kendall is finally getting her own stage, making her runway debut earlier this year for Marc Jacobs in a next-to-nothing blouse.
But what would you say to the critics who say, why show this much of your anatomy?
Who's going to argue with Marc Jacobs when he's putting you in an outfit? You know what I mean? It was an amazing moment. I do not regret it.
By 18 years old, Kendall had already posed nude.
Why do that?
Honestly, I wouldn't have just done it for anybody or with anybody, and I did it for a photographer that I love.
So you don't care about those folks who are saying, oh, she's an exhibitionist. Oh,
they'll get over it.
They'll get over it, or you'll get over it?
They'll get over it. One day.
Her decision to go risque hasn't hurt. Just this weekend, Kendall landed a massive cosmetics contract, the holy grail for a model, as the newest face of Estee Lauder.
I was backstage at a show getting ready, and my agent had texted me and told me, and I couldn't react. I was sitting there and I was like, oh my God, and I'm freaking out.
We were behind the scenes as she shot the social media campaign. Kendall says she's excited to find fame on her own terms.
That's what a lot was almost the opposite. It made me work harder. It made me feel like I had to prove to these people that it's what I want to be doing.
All right, we're ready.
All those cameras around all the time.
I don't know any different, if that makes any sense, because I started when I was so young.
When you first start your period, you use a pad.
That's Kendall at just 12 years old.
Kendall, are you okay? You breathing? Everything good?
Yes. I was always the one that was really embarrassed to talk about something or talk about a boy or whatever. And they knew that, obviously, so they just would come to me and they would kind of tease me for it.
And watch you squirm.
Yeah, exactly.
What is that? Kendall Jenner modeling photos?
But Kendall has stepped out of her family's shadow.
What made you want?
$16 million followers on Instagram and 9 million Twitter followers. She wields immense influence on young fans, but she has been criticized for posting scantily clad selfies.
When you're 18 and you have millions of Twitter followers, that is influence.
I do definitely take that into consideration, but I mean, my Instagram is my personal thing, so I like to have fun with it. I like to show people into my life.
But Kendall's still trying to find the balance between being a career woman and a teenager.
Paparazzi follow you everywhere. Do you ever worry that
I'm
And for all the haters, this fall, the Australian tabloid Famous ran a photo of Kendall with the headline, "You're too fat for the runway."
I think the picture was photoshopped, so that was not
Is that
cool.
right? If that photo was in fact photoshopped, why not call that out?
Why? I don't feel the need to, you know what I mean? let them do what they want to do. Let them sit behind a computer and write stupid things about a young girl and make her feel bad about herself. I think it's cruel and I think it's evil.
Spending the day with Kendall, she comes across surprisingly un-Kardashian.
I like to be able to be like healthy and fit.
No glam squad, no entourage.
It's fun, especially when you're like really pissed at someone.
We hit the gym together and she showed me how she keeps that slim physique.
Okay, so but it's relaxing to you to, punch me?
not relaxing.
No, not relaxing.
It's me like thinking.
Boxing is her outlet to decompress from the stress of fame.
Do you resent paparazzi?
I think resent is really strong, but I do. It is annoying.
Kendall's fashion dreams have kept her on the road. She says for now, there's no need for college with her career.
I mean, I did everything in high school. Like, I'm done with high school, but I did everything that I needed to get into a good college, but I just don't see, you know what I mean? I don't know, I wasn't much of a school kid.
Really? Wasn't much of a student?
Mm-mm.
Very funny.
But she was also an athlete, taking after her Olympic gold-winning dad.
He was like the main coach for the high jump. I ended up being the #1 high jumper in my entire school.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and then...
You're a Jenner, you gotta
right?
represent, right?
I know.
Lately, she's been living in New York, crashing at Kim and Kanye's place.
My family is my rock. Like, my family is everything. So when I was a kid, I was so homesick at all times. I would go to a friend's house and I'd be like, all right, I'm gonna have a sleepover, Dad. Like, you'd be like, great. I'd call him at like 9 p.m. Dad, come pick me up, please. We won't be siblings anymore.
That's not true.
That's not true.
Oh, it's not true?
Yeah, don't cry.
Even after her parents' divorce, Kendall says her family's bond is just as strong.
I try and think of it as it's not the worst thing that could have happened. I still am so close with both my dad and my mom. Nothing has really changed except for the fact that now my dad lives on a beach, which is awesome.
But that hasn't stopped the wild headlines surrounding her controversial family.
How do you put up with all of the crazy headlines, especially about your dad recently?
Brush it off.
You do?
Just gotta brush it off.
When it comes to the Kardashians and Jenners, the rumor mill never stops.
That's one of the rumors, that you're dating Justin Bieber.
Nope. He's a longtime friend of our family, so everybody loves to assume things, but no.
What does your husband look like?
Tall, dark, and handsome.
Are you in a relationship?
I'm not. I'm focusing on my career. If it comes, it comes. But no, right now I'm just enjoying traveling and going to all these new places that I've never been and just like enjoying my life. There's nothing to complain about.
For Nightline, I'm Juju Chang in New York.